Why are there so many lonely people these days? The biggest reason so many of us are lonely is because we are still children. We do not grow up. We do not become adults. This goes for all of us, not just the ones that are lonely. But that's the biggest problem. We don't become adults. We do not think like adults. And we have this belief that it should be all or nothing. Like, we meet someone we like, they spend some time with us, and we don't see them again unless they want to spend all their time with us. We don't continue our relationship with them unless they want to make it official and they want only us. It's like, no, I want everything or forget it. And the other person says, okay, forget it. I can't do everything, or I don't want to do everything. And this is the biggest reason so many people are lonely, when there's really no need for this. Also, as a society, we need to look into this because loneliness is like a disease. It's an illness, meaning for the person gets ill and dies young. We need to start teaching people to grow up, to stop thinking like a child, meaning another person is not your toy. You know how when we are children, we say, no, this is my toy, and only my toy. I don't want anyone else touching this toy or playing with this toy. Well, people are not like that. You don't act the same way with a person, that this one is mine and only mine, and you are going to give me everything, and if you don't, I don't want to be with you at all. And then they're lonely. So many times I'll have a client asking, I'm seeing John, let's say. Is this relationship going to go anywhere? Is it going to get serious? And I ask, what is serious? And they say, well, marriage. I said, okay, let's ask your soul. So we ask the soul, and many times the soul might say, John is not interested in marriage. And the client will say right away, while they are in, not exactly hypnosis, but they're astral traveling, right away they will say, okay, I will break up with him then. And sometimes the soul says, but I like him. Well, if we're not going to get married, I don't want him. We're breaking up. And that's it. You cannot get it out of their head that another person is not a possession, is not a piece of furniture that is just for you and no one else. So from what I found from my sessions, this is the biggest reason so many people are alone. Many times a person will come and say, I'm tired of being alone. I've been alone for 10 years. And then I say, okay, let's ask the soul, why have I been alone for so long? And many times the soul will reply, I've sent you many people, but you didn't want them. Well, they didn't want to be with me forever. I want forever. And they would rather be alone than not, than have someone part-time. So, see, there's another problem with society. I say this in almost every video, and I don't want to say it in every single video. It's going to get boring. We are not very intelligent. We really are not. We promote fake things as happiness. Like a relationship. You'll find someone to be happy with. Little phrases like that. And young people hear this, like children hear this, and they convince themselves that someone else will make them happy. And they think, because of the movies, that happiness is forever. And they think that happiness with one person is forever. Happiness can be forever, but they think that happiness with one person is forever. And because they don't find that, they're alone. And many times they act, meaning they're out in the street and they act that they're okay, but they're really not. Again, we really need to look into loneliness, and we really need to take it seriously, because most of society is suffering from this. Of course, many people in relationships are lonely as well, but that's mostly because they have not found themselves, or they should not be in that relationship anymore. But at the moment we're talking about the ones that are single and not by choice. If you're single by choice, that's fine. Also, if you simply don't have a lover, that's okay, but a lot of people don't have friends either. And that's another problem again. Simply because the friend doesn't do what they want them to do, or doesn't behave the way they want them to behave. I've heard many times, both from clients and friends, say things like, "She always calls me only when she needs me." Well, yes, why else would she call you? She should call just to find out how I am, how I feel. And because someone doesn't do that, we don't have friends either. And we don't think. Like, I want friends. So if I want friends, I should accept what I can get. I should accept my friends, if I like them, the way they are. That's what I mean by what I can get. You're not going to settle for anything. But what I mean is, if you like someone, you'll need to take them the way they are. You cannot say things like, "They only call me when they need me." That's when they think of you, when they need someone. What can you do? Let's see, why else are so many people lonely? Of course, there is also the thing that because we're going into a different reality now, our soul is forcing us to find ourselves. For instance, I'm alone 90% of my time, but I have never felt lonely, because I have always liked me. So there is a difference. There is being alone and being lonely. We're talking about being lonely, because I am alone by choice. I choose to be alone. That's how I like most of my time. But a lot of people don't choose it. That is loneliness. But I have to say, we need to, let me rephrase this. If we like someone, we need to accept them just the way they are. And then there will be less loneliness in the world.